So good morning. Welcome to the daily meditation. Thank you for joining me. And I think today some of you may have the day off, um, as it is a holiday for those of you who are not entrepreneurs or working for yourselves. Um, so I hope that you're enjoying your time off, and thank you for taking the time off to join us. I appreciate that. So today is a Maitri day. I personally find Maitri so relaxing. I just feel like it's a really good practice for good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Stacy. I feel like it's a really good practice for starting the week. Really, that there's loud keyboard sounds. I don't have a keyboard. I'm um, on my phone. That's interesting. Okay, so thanks for telling me, Catherine. I will go back and listen to the recording later. And as you can see, I look a little tired. Um, anyway, I talked about this last week, um, but I just wanted to bring up again this idea of self-care and the importance of self-care in developing your own compassion, because it's your capacity to love yourself that makes it possible for you to extend loving kindness to others. And one of the things that I wanted to add to that conversation when we're doing Maitri is to remember that our original aspiration for meditation was to take care of ourselves. And I don't know about you, but me personally, I have a very, very hard time taking care of myself. I don't like to call the doctor. I don't like to lay down and take a nap. Um, I don't like to plan my meals. I just have a really difficult time when it comes to this thing of me needing to do something to take care of myself. And because of that, it's one of the reasons that I do Maitri regularly, because what I'm doing is cultivating the willingness to take care of myself. And so, as we did last week, we'll spend a little bit of time this week on extending loving kindness to yourself and being gentle with yourself. But also, I just want to encourage you to keep that in mind, that this time when we do Maitri is one of the ways that we're taking care of ourselves, and that meditation is one of the ways that we take care of ourselves. It's just a daily habit that for most of us yields the benefit of making life more spacious, easier to cope with, less stressful. If you're subject to depression, less depression. So I just want to encourage you to consider your practice as part of your self-care. So let's get to the Maitri. And we're going to begin with this intention to relax, for this to be a process of gentleness and loving kindness. So we never force ourselves. In our particular tradition, it's completely fine for you to move. If you're uncomfortable, you should move until you're comfortable. If you're sitting in a chair, feet are flat on the floor, hip distance apart. If you're sitting on a cushion, your legs should be crossed comfortably in front of you. And particularly notice if there's strain either on your knees or your ankles. You can adjust until you don't feel that strain. And if you need to put support under either your knees or your ankles, that's totally fine. Hands are resting comfortably on your thighs. Shoulders are back and down. Straighten up your neck, tuck in your chin. Take a moment to notice your breath going in and out. We're just talking about your normal breathing, nothing special. You're using the breath as a device to anchor you in the present moment. So now we turn our attention to our heart center. And when you notice this place at the base of your sternum, it's almost like a glowing ember. It's like a fire that's always warm and available when you notice it. So you can just notice this quality of warmth and liveliness. You can notice the quality that it has of being unlimited. It's not one little serving, but just this kind of continuous resource. You might even think of it like a life force. You can also notice this quality at your heart center that's sort of tender. It feels permanently vulnerable. There might even be an experience of a slight ache when you pay attention to your heart center. This quality in our tradition we call poignancy is this quality of being simultaneously joyful and heartbroken. So now feel this quality at your heart center, this quality of life, warmth, joy, and sadness. First, just feel it permeate your body. And then you can begin to feel it radiating outward. Top, bottom, sides, front, and back. Almost as if you're glowing. Then, in whatever way you like, imagine that you're offering yourself loving kindness. You can imagine hugging yourself. You can imagine cradling yourself as a child. Or you can just imagine yourself feeling good, warm, whole, safe, happy, complete. So now, when you're ready, you can bring to mind a person that you love in a really genuine way, an uncomplicated relationship, and imagine that you're emanating this warmth from your heart center to that person. So, as always with Maitri, you can stay with yourself, you can stay with this person you love, or you can extend outward to other people that you love, wishing that they may have happiness and the root of happiness. So when you're ready, you can just bring to mind a neutral person. This is someone that you don't have any particular feeling about, good or bad. Bringing this person that you see and recognize but don't particularly have a relationship with, bringing them to mind and wishing that they may have happiness and the root of happiness. And then if you like, you can extend outward to all the neutral people. So again, you can stay here if you like, or you can bring to mind that difficult relationship, the person that you feel in some way has betrayed or harmed you, or it can just be that relationship that is kind of a misfire. Your communication never quite works. So sending the warmth from your heart center radiating outward, wishing that they may have happiness and the root of happiness. If you experience a little tightness or pain in this phase of Maitri, that's not unusual. And you can just relax And allow the warmth from your heart center to flow in this unbiased way. No kind of picking or choosing. And then if you're ready, you can extend out to other people that you have difficult relationships, wishing that they may have happiness and the root of happiness. Or you can extend outward to anyone you consider to be an enemy. No, we just bring those three together, the people you love, the neutral people, the enemies. And we try to see them as all one thing, not separate things. Without any kind of bias, we radiate the warmth from our heart center outward. May they all have happiness and the root of happiness. If you like, in this moment, you can imagine yourself sitting in your seat and the warmth from your heart center radiating outward into the room that you're in, and then the house or the building you're in, the town, the city, the state that you're in. And then gradually radiating outward, extending the warmth from your heart center to the northern hemisphere, down around the southern hemisphere, and then moving out into space, gradually moving beyond our universe and our galaxy, and then across all of time, wishing that all sentient beings may have happiness and the root of happiness. So I hope that was helpful for you. I find the Maitri practice just to be very relaxing. And just as you can do with Tonglen, you can do a little flash Maitri practice. Let's close with our hands and Anjali at our heart center and bow. Before we do that, I'll say the dedication to merit just to offer the benefit of this sitting session to all sentient beings. By this merit may all attain omniscience, may it defeat the enemy wrongdoing. From the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death, from the ocean of samsara, may I free all beings. Thank you all for your practice. I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and until then, I hope that you're well, safe, and happy.